let's settle this like nerds. Does the Lumina camera suck? Well, can you tell which one it is? For this test, I am using the MacBook to record the audio. I'm not going through NVIDIA broadcast software on the PC, so you will be hearing the background noise of my servers and networking gear throughout this entire video. Now, as I switch the cameras around, I'm going to be using the audio from each of those cameras as well, so that we can see what kind of difference there is in the audio quality as well as the video quality. So this is camera number 1, and I won't be jumping around and telling you what the cameras are out of order, but I will go ahead and discuss this a little bit more in detail towards the end, but not at the end. So make sure you watch this whole video, as it has been expensive to make, and I've also had to try to justify myself quite a bit on Reddit as well as on YouTube to people who think that a Logitech C920 has as good or better quality picture and or sound. So let's find out, shall we? Now, I did use a microfiber cloth to go ahead and clean the lenses on all these cameras to make sure that there were no fingerprints or smudges or anything from my kids. And I'm curious what you think about the quality of the video as well as the audio. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. So this is camera number 2. The audio is also from camera number 2. Wonder how much of the background noise you can hear, as well as the fans going on the M1 Max. Since I am running quite a few cameras all at the same time, I'm actually pushing it quite hard. But that's also because OBS does not natively support ARM architecture to run on the M1 processor. So tell me, what camera do you think this is down below, and whether or not you think that it's a good fit for what you would be using it for. So one thing I'd like to point out is that most video conferencing software, you're going to be limited to either 720p or 1080p. So even if you have a 4K webcam, you won't be able to completely utilize the 4K resolution streaming. However, because the original video is at a higher resolution, when it can down-res the resolution to whatever quality that it will be using, there is a chance that you will see a little bit more detail in that image. So this is camera number 4. What camera do you think this is? And what do you think of the video and sound quality of this camera? So coming back to all of the cameras at once, now I'm going to do a low light test. Are you ready? So what do you think of these cameras? How do they look? So how do you think this camera looks? Go ahead and drop a comment down below. What do you think it is? What camera do you think this is? And how good is the image quality and the sound? Would you want to use this camera in low light? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, what do you think of this camera with its low light capabilities? How does it look to you? And would you use it? Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Now, what do you think of this camera? What do you think of the quality of it? And how is the quality of the sound? Is this something that you could see yourself using? Comment down below. Okay, so here are all the cameras again with my ring light on. Turn it off so you can see that too. I'm not changing the location of any of the cameras, and I'll go ahead and go over what they are right now. So, do you know which one is the Logitech and which one is the Lumina 4K webcam? We have this camera, and that is a Depstech 4K USB webcam. Then we've got this one down here, and that is the 1080p webcam built into the 14-inch M1 MacBook Pro. Let me turn off the lights one more time. The Logitech C920 is this one right here, and the Lumina is this one right here. So again, the Logitech that people have been saying on both YouTube and on Reddit that supposedly is producing better video quality than the Lumina compared to the Lumina over here. Now, for the Lumina, I am just using the raw driver, so no software enhancements to it whatsoever, just so you can see the raw video quality and color correction with no software running. It's just plugged right into USB. Now let's take a look at a couple different things here. I'm going to just take some different, bring them in front of the camera and see kind of clarity you get. And I'm probably about 7 inches or so from the cameras. Let's see how up close we can get with some of these here. So here is on the Logitech on the top left. Top right we've got the Depstech 4K. And on the bottom left we have the 1080p webcam built into the 14-inch M1 MacBook Pro with the M1 Max. And here is the Lumina webcam. So it does look like the Lumina is kind of struggling with it up close. About an inch and a half or so away. And also the Logitech seems like that it struggles with being super up close as well too. So now I'm going to just move around a little bit and create some motion. Let's see how this looks on each of the cameras. Well, I definitely do want to say that I am kind of surprised that so many people claimed that the Logitech C920 was so much better looking than the Lumina, and in my opinion, there's no comparison to it. Another video, what I'll probably do here is go ahead and zoom in, crop the image from the Lumina, and try to match that up better with each of the other webcams. Once I hear back from Lumina on creating a table from the field of view, and when you like zoom in and crop within the software, convert it over to like millimeter equivalent, then I'll be able to do a little bit more in detail comparison, see how it compares against different lenses on my Sony a6500, as well as better match it up with some of the other webcams that I have. Now, just so you know, I have a couple other companies that they've reached out and they are sending me some webcams here soon. So if you want to see more webcam videos like this or just tech stuff, make sure that you are subscribed and slap that like button so that we can hack the YouTube algorithm together ethically so that this video can be spread to others. Thank you.